Yo, what up NBA fans? This is Ali from Jurassics and Basketball Zone. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. You already know what it is. Show us some love so that we can continue to bring you that dope NBA content. And with that being said, let's move on to the main topic of today's video. Why 29-year-old Sacramento Kings forward Harrison Barnes has been having a career year in 2021. Harrison Barnes is an athletic, versatile, and extremely hardworking and underrated defender. He's also a very solid shooter with excellent lane-filling skills. It's hard to believe how fast he runs and jumps because of his deceptive explosiveness. As a professional, Barnes has struggled to establish himself as a reliable go-to scorer. He preferred to play the 3-and-D role for most of his career. It was clear though, if Barnes were to take his game to the next level, he would need to improve both his game and body shape as well. In regards to body shape, a super interesting fact about Harrison Barnes is that he is a teetotaler. You already know what that means, right? Well, just in case you don't, teetotalism is the practice or promotion of total abstinence from alcoholic beverages. That's a new word for my vocabulary, I'll tell you that. Teetotalism. Has a nice little ring to it. Barnes' first sip of alcohol ever in his life was during an event where abstaining would probably have been considered insulting. This event, of course, was winning the 2015 NBA Finals with one of the all-time greatest squads to ever hit the hardwood. This team being, of course, the 2015 Golden State Warriors. Now, things were a little bit gloomy for Barnes before he became a Sacramento King. Barnes was pretty much a punching bag for years, as a sad and, quite frankly, unfair outcome of his shortcomings in the 2016 NBA Finals. For the Dallas Mavericks, his high salary and lack of success as a major scorer persuaded fans to criticize him in ways that were much further than fair. It sort of blurred the distinction between someone who was merely burdened by a miscast situation and as a player who was likely to have a negative impact on the court in most, if not all, settings. However, since being moved to the Sacramento Kings, Harrison Barnes has proven to be not just a very good, but an extremely valuable wing player. His play in an auxiliary position was outstanding last season, as seen by career highs across the board for him. He was averaging 16.1 points, 6.6 boards, and 3.5 assists per game on a career high 62.6% true shooting percentage. He had splits of almost 50% from the field, almost 40% from three, and an 83% free throw percentage. Not only did Barnes improve as a passer last season, posting a career-high assist rate of 13%, but he also flourished in a bigger power forward role than he has in previous seasons. Trend that has accelerated for him this season even more. Barnes has had a terrific start to his 10th NBA season. Through 14 games so far this season, Barnes is averaging a career-high 20.9 points per game, pulling down 8.1 rebounds, on almost 50% shooting from the field and a scorching 42% from beyond the arc. And that's on almost 6 threes a game. The most notable shift for Barnes though is that he is shooting free throws at the highest rate of his NBA career, averaging 6.8 free throws per game this season. Prior to this season, his previous season high was just 4.1 free throws per game. That is a significant 2.7 free throws per game improvement from his previous season high. Barnes has been the Kings' leading scorer this season, and doesn't seem to show any signs of slowing down. And it's also apparent that this scorching start to his 10th NBA season hasn't been a fluke or anything of the sort. Now, looking at the team as a whole, the Sacramento Kings do feature speedy point guard De'Aaron Fox. They also have Richaun Holmes, a very solid starting center. And how can I forget one of my favorite prospects on the Kings, Tyrese Halliburton. One that shows a lot of promise as a modern style point guard with great shooting capabilities and a very high ceiling. Off the bench, they've got highly promising rookie out of Baylor, Davion Mitchell, and also three-point sniper Buddy Hield. Given these names alone, the Kings definitely have the potential and current capability to play much better than what they have been showing, and to win more games as a matter of fact. It goes without saying, however, that some roster adjustments will need to be made for them to compete for the conference crown. This also means that Sacktown's struggles have nothing to do with Barnes' performance. He has been the brightest spot in what has been a bit of a shaky and inconsistent start for his team overall. Having said that, Let's look at what has made Barnes so deadly this season. Barnes is mainly used in pick and pops as well as stagger screens as a stretch big. Defenders constantly mess up by providing airspace to him on dribble handoffs, allowing Barnes to seal their fate in an instant. This is quite a common occurrence with Barnes on the offensive side, it seems. In tight games, he showcased his ability to accelerate his release to avoid being bothered by the defender's presence. He's even knocking down pull-up three-pointers like he could do it all day. A few of his buckets this season have shown off some serious shot-making prowess. When he does go inside the arc though, Barnes has been making the most of his 6'8", 225-pound size and functional mobility. In addition to his balanced build and mobility, Barnes has significant deception as a ball handler. He's breaking out unconventional finishes near the hoop to fool rim protectors and trapping opponents in no man's land on his drive. Barnes also merely appears in charge of whatever occurs in the crowded paint. He's aware that his size benefits him, and it provides him with the discretion and patience, as well as security that many smaller ball handlers lack. It seems like much of what Harrison Barnes has shown thus far is sustainable. The diverse jumper, the volume increase from deep, and the precision ball handling skills. Each of these aspects is related to his training process, obviously in the offseason, and so far his hard offseason work has definitely contributed to the spectacular results he has had so far this young NBA season. When all is said and done, Harrison Barnes is finally showing what made him such a highly touted prospect in his draft class of 2012. He did go 7th overall after all. And I, for one, cannot wait to continue seeing him play this year. Once again, thank you all for listening. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so that we can continue to bring you that dope NBA content. Once again, this is Ali from Jurassics. Have yourself a good one. Peace.